are tuned in to the Green Believers podcast. Hey, everybody, it's Wednesday. Hi, Whitey.
Hey, Cheryl, how you doing today?
I'm doing so good today. I feel good. I've been taking my vitamins, and the wind is on my back, so I'm feeling good.
You feeling yourself?
I'm feeling myself. Hey, hey. Not in that way, though, y'all.
Hey, she really feeling herself.
Why are you trying to start trouble?
You guys know I'm not a troublemaker, but life just deal all of us these great hands, and we just participate in something special for the rest of this year. And you guys got to go to 70 million votes. You got to go to that website, and you're gonna see some new items up there. And it's about 70 million votes, 70 million ex-offenders, just like me. And Cheryl is the lead on this program. She brought us all together. And when we walked out the jailhouse, she said, it's time for you guys to take the block back.
I'm not the lead. I am a mere small conduit, just a small bridge that we keep over in the back in the corner. You got to know where that bridge is. It's not a bridge that stands out in front and all that. We're not that kind, but we are that social equity candidate re-entry bid, right? Because this is the Green Believers.
Yes, it is, and it's access. It's access to us. And if you guys have access to us, you got access to social equity. And here we are. We playing the game that's supposed to be played right in the middle of everybody's face, and we're not hiding behind no closed doors, and there's no mirrors.
Can you believe it? We got this far. We started from legalization.
Yes.
Starting from on the other side of criminal justice, and we're working on this other side, being thought partners to these population that were harmed by the war on drugs, and now we're helping them, to get past that. I'm excited about the Smoke the Vote campaign that we're doing right now, folks. So today's show is going to be dedicated to talking about the issues, the action. I know we're not talking about issues these days in America. I don't know what kind of politics these are, but anyway, we're trying to carve out that little space to still talk about issues, right?
We talking about issues in a roundabout manner, as everybody else is running from the issues at hand. And our issue is to bring our community together to make the necessary steps so they can be legal.
Yes, and this is the time we're wrapping up phase 3 retail, so congratulations goes out to all those who have received invoices and are starting to navigate their way. You're on your way to having your own retail, and we've got another round coming up for non-retail delivery. Don't miss out. If you didn't make it in that round 3, September 3rd, 2019, a day that shall live in infamy because I slept in the office. I slept in the office. That's why I'm never going back there again.
What you
epiphany, because I said then that, Lord, what happened here? Why am I sleeping in the office? 6 months later, we get the COVID, and we're at home, so I know that's where I'm supposed to be.
You didn't listen.
That's where I'm supposed to be.
You didn't listen, though.
That's where I'm supposed
He
to
said
be.
you was in the office for a reason to take these people over the hump. And once you take people over the hump, the strange things come about and different things happen. And now you can look at it from afar and try to figure it out, like, is I supposed to be at the office or do I supposed to be at home? But in reality, you're supposed to play both fields because you're versatile to do it.
Yes, that's true. That's true. We can do both. We can do both. But if you didn't get in that round, but you did complete your social equity verification, that's the first step. So anybody that listens to our podcast, please go to the Department of Cannabis Regulation, DCR, City of LA.
Yes.
Go to the Acela portal. Acela, A like Apple. Acela, A-C-C-E-L-A or A-C-C-E-L-L-A. One of those. I don't know. I was not the spelling bee girl. But you want to go there and register yourself to be social equity applicant. Only those that are social equity eligible will be able to apply in this next round.
Okay, because
for the retail, non-retail.
I got a phone call from Jeff the other day. He said Hey, who do I call? I said, call my girl. Sure, waiting on you. She waiting on you, bro. He's like, bro, I'm in. I'm like, you in, bro.
He got it. He got it. Oh,
you remember Jeff is.
That's great news. That's another one. Our ding. So that's 6 folks, 6 companies, 6 social equity.
So he's
applicants.
But all the applicants is in if they goes apply to get in.
Well, they're all, if you're social equity eligible, if you get verified as social equity verified, then you can apply in this next round. Now, the first round, everybody didn't get it. No, everybody didn't get that.
Only 100 of them
right, yeah, everybody didn't get that. But everyone has an opportunity to apply for the non-retail delivery. Everyone can apply if you had your social equity verification, which Jeff happens to have that.
Because he went through the portal with everybody else.
Yeah, he has it.
That's the one you stayed up with all night.
Yeah, all of those people are the everybody. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. It's good that they're going to get something because those people put in a lot of work to make that list. Even though they didn't make the top 100, they still did a lot of work. And I think this is DCR's way of making that right. Trying to give something. So we take it where we can get it, right, Whitey?
That's the way it goes. I'm trying to tell the whole public who got through that portal, if you get an opportunity to do your job now, you got to find your resources so you can go in go in that class of people so you can get the delivery service. And when you get a delivery service, it's going to really help you in a whole lot of ways. And then you can bring your team together and you guys can figure out where you guys are going to be located. And you ain't got to pay all that money for no place this time. You just got to find a good place and a good location. Real estate is still the lead. You still need you do need a piece of real estate. That's the first step. And you need to have something that meets the limitation, the requirement. So the criteria. Not within by a school. I think, what is the other one? No parks, no schools. No halfway houses. No halfway houses. All the accessories where you're not supposed to be at. No more. You can't have 2 right next to each other, So you want to do that. If you need help with your mapping, we still have that service. I just helped 2 people this weekend to have our mapping partner to do a survey. So I worked out a special pricing deal. If your site is not eligible, then you don't have to pay the full price. We create a price just for scanning. And then if your site is eligible, then they'll charge the additional fee for you to get the map and the verification. Okay, so that sounds good. That was some growth in learning how the process works. So if you need help, I recommend you start putting your sites together because the portal will open October 20th or 21st, which is next week. So only a short amount of time. So if you're ready and you think you have good ability to run a retail operation and you're connected to some kind of ecosystem, because we're doing legal cannabis. I know there's all kind of other things going on, but yada, 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 yada. I can't hear that. You're going to need to be connected to an ecosystem that's growing, distributing, so that you can get that cannabis distributed to your retail, and then you're using your track and trace system to report every single transaction that goes in and out. And don't mess up on this part, folks. Don't try to get creative. Follow the script. Put 5 years in as a legal business and then try to innovate. Someday, after you've gone through a couple of audits, you will develop your own theory of change. You're going to see the shortcuts and you're going to see the ways. So take that advice from me. You'll find the ways. Ask me how I know. Been doing this 30 years and now I'm doing it at home. But you got to follow the rules. You got to put the time in to watch how they're really playing the board. So you're sitting there like the tennis spectator and you're going back and forth and you're watching, and then you'll say and then you're going to make your own thing. So practice this process. If you're coming in, listen to the advice of all the people that are going to be coaching you, and we can help you be successful, right? That's what the name of the game is. You guys cannot afford to miss this opportunity. Everybody sit back and ask me all the time, Whitey, You run a store. I'm like, yes, I do. Also, in the process of me and my people running different outlets to different outlets, we are going to be able to put a whole lot of people in a better position where you would be seen on Instagram, Facebook, and regular TV if you had the necessary money to do it. So we are here attacking the world in a different way now, because it's a new company called G-Con Production, and they would come in, they would film your location, film your materials that you have, and they would put it on Instagram and other outlets that you're going to need. But most important is that you put yourself in the right position where you would have me, Cheryl, or another company to distribute your weed to you. And if we get everything that you guys need and we show you where you need to go, then you're going to be there standing in line looking at everybody else saying, I'm doing the right thing, I'm not doing no shortcuts. And this right here is real business. It's business 101. And we expect everybody to do business 101 because it's not illegal anymore. All this is legal business. And we want to be there to keep you guys in standards at all times. So think about it. Call the Green Believers. We do technical assistance. There's a whole lot of things that we do down at the Green Believers.
We do. We will be able to help you get that application ready if you need the help. Some people don't need it, but if you do, we'll be able to help you get that. And we're creating our virtual meetups. That will be the last Wednesday this month. I forget what date that is, but I'll get it for you in a minute. But we'll be having that, and you can access and get information there. But to get started, again, get your social equity status worked out. Find a location. About 1,000 to 1,500 square feet, and put the money aside, some of your capital investment, besides the consultants to help you get through the process, the compliance, the licensing, the fees. As soon as you get it, you have to hurry up and pay your fee. You want to get use your cases to have your display. However, you're not going to have a display because this is the non-retail. So let me get my thoughts right. But you need your shelving so that you can have your product stored inside, and you need your delivery system plan. Who are you going to deliver it to? How will you secure your vehicles? How will you move the cash? This whole customer discovery. How are you going to get to your customer? How are you going to repeat? You're going to have to automate all this. So it's really going to be important that you start working on that now. Who's going to run the computer? How much is the computer going to cost? What software package do you need to buy? Who on your team knows how to do that? Everybody doesn't know how to do the same thing, but you're going to need that computer person to help you with that track and trace system. Insurance coverages, security plans, again, because you're going to move cash, you're going to have drivers, the vehicles that they drive. What kind of vehicles will you choose? What kind of insurance? What type of maintenance goes with that? What kind of training? If your grandma in the middle of your shift says she just need a ride over to Food Less, can you take the company van and go by and swing and run? Or the baby mama is on one, and if you don't get over here and get me over to Louisiana's, don't come back here. There's going to be all kind of things coming up. Your homeboy, your homegirl. So we're going to need training. How do you find the people that you need? It's just so much. It's just so much.
And it's going to come down to right decision making. You got to make the right decisions. And when you get with your team and you put your team together, you're going to have to get some responsible people. If you don't have responsible people, you're going to fail at your
Don't hire all your family, because some of our family members are not qualified. They're not responsible, and they're not qualified.
No, they're not responsible. So you got to find your responsible people to put on your team. That means you got to put out an application and let people sign up for your application to be a part of your company, because it's a company. It's not one of those rinky-dink things in the backyard. It's a company that you're building, and you're trying to build a business that's going to last for 100 years. And when you build something like that, you start understanding the responsibility that you have for yourself and the people around you. Because this is what CEOs do. They put on suit and ties, and they play in the game with the big boys. And each day you got to figure out how you're going to go farther than what you're going, because money is made to make more money. It's not made just to say, I got some money. So once you get your place up for a year, I expect you to buy a trucking company. I expect you to buy something different, to build and build and build till you become a powerhouse. And everybody recognize that you just didn't walk in the weed game saying, oh, I'm here to look at the game and how pretty it is.
We'll have driverless vehicle options coming up soon. So as you start building your companies, your trucking companies and others, this is where Green Believers is going to try to introduce you to the new technologies and what's going on in the future. These positions will be filled with driverless. It's going to go artificial intelligence. Now, on the back end of that is repair and things like that, I hear. So as we dissect this industry, this commercial and medical cannabis adult use industry, that's where I see the opportunities for the hands-on workforce, the job seekers and the workforce, is to, make sure that you're paying attention to the new ways that it's going to happen. So you could get contactless vehicles, driverless vehicles, and some of those may be available. They may be available coming up soon. May be available. They're going to have how they do the tax credits, they may offer. So those may be some ways to get your businesses going. So think about that. That's what I'm saying. This is really going to, again, I said this all last year, this is a game for the thinking man, thinking woman. The doing people, we're going to find something for you to do, and we're going to help you to do it well. We're gonna find things for you to do, and we're going to help you do that well.
It's going to come to a point where everybody's going to have to really pay attention to their website, because your website going to drive most of your business, and it's going to come from all different directions. And when you put your website up, you need to put your website showing all the different strains that you're going to have on it, and you got to get the right people to create that website for you. And when you create that website, it's going to do wonders for you. And then after that website is out, you're going to have an opportunity. You're going to get an opportunity to spend another $5,000 on TV ads. So this is where we're at right now, the Green Believers.
Well, hopefully we will have a advertising platform that you can use. That's going to be my goal. The G-Con and our crew, we're going to develop those platforms that you can use and help build that audience. That's the science of this. The TV channels have nothing if we're watching something else. So we can create those platforms. That's what this equalizer, that's what this technology does. Yeah. Can we innovate on this and create these platforms, bring our people to us? So the question is, are we going to work that hard? Are we going to work so hard that people want some of what we got?
Well,
are we going to work that hard?
It's not the point of us working hard. It's the show that we're going to put on, where everybody's going to be able to see the show, and they're going to want an opportunity to be a part of the show. So each thing is a show to me. And I think we got the best equipment with the best brains to do the right thing. And it's going to be black owned. And that's hard to say for a company like this. Some black people is reaching out to the rest of the neighborhood, showing them the way. And we only asking you guys to do one thing. Come and join us in this quest for you guys to be special, because we're going to put you guys in the right position where you guys will be seen all the time, and everybody be saying they got the best product in town. And on top of that, you guys don't have to go search the website for your new product, because down at Go Verdict and other places, we have that's waiting on you because we are part of a distributing company. So this is what's going on right now. Is you paying attention, stay in touch with the Green Believers, believe in the Green Believers, and believe in yourself.
We sure is trying. Smoke that vote. We are like 20 days away from one of the most important elections. I'm just so excited that the Smoke the Vote community is growing. Shout out to LA Normal on all the work, and Normal California for doing all the work, helping us, partnering up, and that we are going to be actively pushing and pulling, growing our cannabis constituency so that we can finally deschedule cannabis and create some vacate of some of these sentences as we move beyond expungement and really getting into our next 50 years. This will be our next 50 years of work, Whitey.
Yes, it will.
I think I can make it another 50. Yeah, I think I can. We can do that. So, again, if you're just tuning in, this is your weekly podcast information from the Green Believers, and we are here helping you to learn everything that you need to know about cannabis. You can get us some questions or talk to us about some topics that you want to hear. We now have over 50 different segments that you can listen to help you build your cannabis capacity, help you build your understanding of legalization. TheGreenBelievers.com, or go to our Instagram and check us out there, and we are pushing this content out. So smoke the vote. When you get ready to go to the polls, you should have received your ballot already by now. And get that to the polls. Run, jog, fly, skateboard. Get over there and turn your ballot in and smoke that vote. And then you're supposed to tell 10 of your friends. We're doing the power of 10 to get more people. Some of the key things to watch. We've got 11. There are 11 members of Congress in California that we need to activate and get them excited about the federal MORE Act. So all next week we're going to push that and very specifically get these people, call them, text them, email them, write them, ask them to support the MORE Act, which is going to help us reduce some of the charges and impact of cannabis. It's going to do so many things to open up the federal descheduling conversation and process.
Yes.
It'll get that going, and then we can see where we fit in, because you can't have programming in business without building a constituency. And this is the architecture part and engineering. So how do we create tax-paying businesses while at the same time building an effective, informed constituency? People that are skilled, publicly skilled, they understand the issues, they know how to speak about the issues, write about the issues, and this is the capacity we'll be developing. 70 million votes comes in on that side to engage individuals that are on their way home, returning citizens, already have a justice history, and engaging them in a network so that they can create public power. Because if you can create a group, come on, look at AARP.
Overnight.
A group of old folks. So, don't take a lot of skill, y'all. I'm just saying, what did they do? They hired all these young folk. I just have to let people, the game is real, and the game is super simple, but most people want to try to put that, these are tried and tested strategies. You organize a constituency, and you just got to stay the course.
Yes, they just
stay the course.
They resurface the same game in a different way. And like the 70 million vote, go to the 70 million vote website, look at it, donate. And when you can't get there, go to Whitey's Enterprise. The phone number is 510-975-5893. And order you a T-shirt. It costs $25. Order a T-shirt to help the people who coming home from jail so they can get a resource center so we can put something in the neighborhood where we can help out. This is what we all about. It's like we moving. It's like smoke the vote. If you smoke the vote, that means you own the team. You're trying to do the right thing. So come back to Whitey's Enterprise at 510-975-5893. And always go to our website, www.70millionvotes, and you will catch it online. Come and join us. Be with us. Help us help ourselves and help the rest of the people who are coming home so we can be like everyone else who's trying to help the community. Like she said, it only take a moment for you to say, I'm with you guys. Let us join. Let's build something together. Let's make the neighborhood proud of us as black people. Let's help each other out. There's some white people, some brown people who need help also. But the most important thing in the world is us coming together and doing the right thing, because black lives always matter. And this is what we're trying to put to the rest of the world to understand. That come with us. Take this journey with us. This is a brand new movement. The phone number again is 510-975-5893. It's from Whitey's Enterprise. Come and help us help you and everybody else who've been incarcerated, who've been in that corner, who've been in that closet, sitting in there hollering about when I'm coming home. And when you come home, now you got somewhere to go to. You're going to have a place where you can sit down, get on the computer, and find the necessary jobs that you need to go forward in life. So come down, give us a helping hand.
Or you can create a job. You can create, if you're a subject matter expert.
Yes.
Some people, you're just not suited for employment. I'm one of those people. Yeah, and then some people are better suited for employment. And that's where we will help you find those jobs and also coach you through some of the other life skills that you need some of the reentry skills that you're going to need. But yeah, Whitey Enterprise and the reentry community, they're doing so much to try to, pull up that part of our justice system and this racial justice that's so at the top of our list. So creating these corporately responsible companies, that's why we want tax-paying businesses, because we believe if we create those businesses, we are more likely to invest in the kind of causes and programs that our community really needs to be successful. That's what's got me excited, is that I can help other people help other people. My customers are not the actual people that get the services. I spend more time talking to the folks that pay into those systems and trying to convince them to steer their dollars and investments into ways. I was talking to a team. I got a coach now helping me build these new businesses. So I had to come up with a new elevator speech. Okay. And so my elevator speech was, I help adults make themselves. I do do-overs. We do adult do-overs. Okay. And they were like, huh? What is that? I said, yeah. So is everything my coach, he says, when they say, well, tell me more about that, you got them. So your elevator pitch, you'll learn that with Green Believers too, is to describe something about what you do to make people want to know more. Yes. So I learned, we do reentry. They go right to sleep. Who wants to talk about that? But when we said adult do-overs, everyone was interested. Okay, I was like, and they come in all different levels of readiness for that do-over. Yeah, that's good. Like it's adult. So that's the business we're in with this 70 million vote adult do-overs, and that's what we're going to do. And we help them and their family. So if you want to help support us in that effort, there's also going to be the fund to help Green Believers fund, so that you can help support through the 70 million votes campaign, so that we can help more men and women enter into this adult cannabis, commercial cannabis licensing community. Yes. And we have another surprise, because remember James, our eco bro, the farmer. So he's almost got the seeds together. He's coming up here to get the trees, and so we're going to be giving away seeds and plants and trees. So Moringa
Moringa gonna be
and hemp, right? Oh, so nice. And this is timely in terms of keeping yourself healthy and having something that you can make a little money with as well. So you can look forward to that at the end of this month, probably early November.
That's good.
We'll plan an event over by our office, and you can drive by, pick up somebody will be out there with a mask on,
with a bag,
give you a bag in their hand. You can keep it moving, keep it moving. We're still doing social distancing.
You know, here we are again, and everybody asks, what's Whitey's Enterprise really about? Whitey's Enterprise is a network that is really about the neighborhood, about the people, creating new opportunities. It's like Cheryl just made a great statement. We're going to take the adults and make them something special once again. We're going to recreate that thinking ability and let them go forward and find something great in themselves so they can be great all over again. So here we are from Whitey's Enterprise. Each day we go out and find the right people. And as I said, excuse me, G-Con Production started with nobody's thought. It was a thought that we could create something special and powerful. It was a thought that we can take cameras, equipment, and put them together and start making commercials and other things for other different people. It was a thought that if you have an event and you call Green Believers, they would say, you can go see the people at G-Con Production that we helped create right on the spot where everybody else didn't have access to. So here we are again at Whitey's Enterprise saying, G-Con Productions is a slash from Whitey's Enterprise, a slash from Green Believers. It is what is here today. It's been created for the neighborhood to have an opportunity to go there and market their things.
Yes, we spend a lot of time in our incubator. So remember, we're an incubator. We help to grow people, places, and things. And one of the things you have to know, I will say this, and you'll learn this as you develop your social equity retail businesses of all sorts, whether it's non-retail or delivery, is this customer discovery. Because you've got to know, how do you find your customers and how do your customers find you? And it's the funniest thing to me is people are in business and I know everybody wants to buy this, and I'm looking at them like, ain't nobody gonna buy that. Ain't nobody gonna buy that. And so that's part of what we help you do if you're going to be in business. So this is how G-Con got started, and where I figured out our best role as an organization was to help other people to help themselves. You know, how do we connect you to the resources that you need to fulfill your dreams? So listen to me when we say this customer discovery. How do you find your people? What problem are you solving? If you're going to be a commercial cannabis retail or a commercial adult cannabis delivery, non-delivery retail, how are you going to find your customers? This is where the rubber meets the road, because you can get everything set up, but if you can't bring in $2,000 to $3,000 a month or more, that's where the math comes in. It's not, you're not going to make it. You're gonna just stay at that little startup phase, and that is okay. But the process that you learn from Green Believers is how to put that on paper, right?
Yes.
How to write down and do the math. So if I need to make $2,000 to $3,000 a month, how many customers does that take? I like to say, how many licks does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop? You need to know that number.
Yes.
You need to know what that number. So I was just talking with Whitey about that. I says, okay, so are we selling to other people because they want to make a video, or are we building a platform where we get 100,000 people following us? And having that clarity is going to drive your revenue plan.
Yes.
Because you got to have money coming in. You got to be able to pay the bills. You got to be able to cover the fees and the expenses of running a business. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, it's a hobby.
And we're not in the hobbies.
If you don't get there, or you need a good sugar mama or a sugar daddy or whatever you prefer, you know, you can get all kinds of things, but you'll need that. You'll need something like that if you're not generating revenue. So this is where we're taking it, we're honing in, because we know some things this year that we didn't know last year.
That's right.
And I know this customer discovery formula. How many customers do you need? How much do they need to spend? You need to know everything about them. And what I learned in this first year, we're not asking, we're not selling to them. We want to talk to them about, so what kind of cannabis do you like? What kind of cannabis experience are you interested in? So you want to, that's how you want to approach when we're training bud tenders. And as I'm talking to more cultivators, manufacturers, distributors, and retail operators, this is where I'm helping them to really hone in. You got to make some money. So now you got to start paying some bills. This rent is $8,000 a month. You're not going to make it $500 a day. You're going to starve to death. You can't keep up with me. Because I'm making more than $500 a day, and I ain't selling a single inch of cannabis. So don't let me get my hands on the cannabis product. I'll put all you people out of business.
In other words, you know, here we are. We're looking at all the cannabis world, and the cannabis world is like, my name is Joe, and I want to sell you some cannabis. Well, the Green Believers and G-Con and Whitey's Enterprise want to put you guys in the world that they said everybody is looking, and we want to have the right product shown to the world, and saying you got an opportunity to go to this phone number and call for you some cannabis, the best cannabis in town, and we want to put that on the big screen and show the community how you guys is doing business, and you guys are open to everybody to come down to your store. And if we can't get you guys there, something's going wrong. So here we are once again. Green Believers came up with a concept. Whitey's Enterprise accepted, and G Unit with G-Con was.
It's born, it's doing things.
And
it's awesome. I love when I get these success stories. I love it.
This is what it is.
We're gonna have a contest soon to help the best cannabis cultivators and the creators of the best flower. Which then the best flower can then be moved through the ecosystem to manufacturers and people that turn it into tinctures and distillates and all kinds of things.
Yes.
Oil. Those other products will come, but we do want to hone in on some of our best social equity brands and flower. And I'm going to create, I was talking to Cherie, and we're going to have this like tasting process.
Okay.
So we can get to where the good stuff is, because now we're getting down to the nitty gritty, and we got to have quality products. We got to know that. We got to have people standing in line. That's going to be the test, folks. There's no mystery to this. Just because you have a license, just because you're open, doesn't mean you're not going to have customers out the door. And some of us are going to learn that. So instead of me treating you like children, I'm letting everybody know. All of us are not, you're not going to have it. So you best to be out there looking for that best product. What's going to make, it's just like a barbershop. All barbershops don't make it.
No.
All hair salons just don't make it. All restaurants just don't make it. All cannabis businesses are not, because the owners are not going to put in that work to make their business, their product the best. So it's the customer experience. What will the customer experience with you that they won't get with anybody else? That's what you got to create. It's that customer. I like to let my customers believe that I am always trying to solve a problem for them. Okay. How can I make this better for you? So if you're in cultivating, how can we help you grow better, faster, in a cleaner, more eco-friendly way? If you're manufacturing, how can we help you with the best equipment and tools to help you create some of the best products? And if you're distributing, how do we help you do that efficiently, quickly? How do we get that supply chain
moving
down pat, moving safely?
Oh yes.
You know, how do we do? This is what we're looking for, folks. These are the things you're going to get from the Green Believers coming up soon. This next non-retail round, October 20th, we're going to be able to help you put some of these concepts to work.
Well, this weekend I'm going to be at 7407 Crenshaw Avenue. I'm going to be there from 4 to 6. It's a hair salon opening up, and BET is going to be on the spot that day. So if you have some time, stop by. You're going to get some of the best CBD oil from Whitey's Enterprise. And this is what we do. And in the process, you may want to sit down with me and have that conversation about marketing, because G-Con, they associated with me so far. We're so tired. And Cheryl did a fabulous job by putting us all together. And now here we are. We on a quest of bringing this to you guys' doorstep, so you guys can have an opportunity to have your products put on TV, put on Instagram, put on Facebook, TikTok. So this is what we're doing now. Like they say in life, if you're not in it to win it, you ain't in it. And this is what we're trying to make sure, that we put you guys in a position where you guys can be in it to win it, and you can put your product all over the TVs, all over Instagram, and everybody will see you in a better light. And when they see you like that, your store will flourish. And this is what we're here for, to try to help you guys understand that if you really want to do something correctly, you need to act like you know what you're doing and come and join forces with a company that's going to put your product right on the front line. And this right here is a new beginning for the black community, where now you guys have the opportunity to go on TV. Yes, go on TV and say, wow, look what G-Con did. G-Con is some guys who came home from prison and said, it's a better way. We understand the secret society world, but it's a better way where we could be citizens in this new world and bring something special to the rest of the neighborhood and show them you have mattress money, but we can turn it into something great, because you are in position to have your own store. And if you have your own stores, it don't make it as a CBD store. It don't make a difference as a grocery store. It don't make a difference as a clothing store. We can put you in line. I'm going to say that again. We can put you in line. So there's a whole lot of eyeballs go to commercials every night, every day, and they will see your company right there. And this is what we do. We try to make sure that we create something special. Like Cheryl said, so
exciting.
It's so special when an adult just walk up and say, how can I be down for real? How can I create something that can be with me for the next 100 years and my children? So each day that you guys listen to this podcast, you guys going to hear something brand new. The Green Believers is not playing any games. We may came out like, oh, what's going on? But we here now, and we ain't turning our backs on anyone. And we giving you an opportunity to come in here and join this fight. This is a fight of a lifetime. And this fight right here.
It's a good fight. Good trouble. This is good trouble. This is good trouble. She said you're getting into good trouble. I'm so excited, Whitey. We are also connecting the research. So the strategies that we're going to share with you about how to build your cannabis business, non-retail, retail, cultivation, manufacturing, distribution. We are using the science. We're still partnered up with UCLA, and we're going to be understanding what types of things that you need. We haven't really done a good analysis of the commercial cannabis industry. Okay. So we don't know a whole lot about the customers. What do they really like? What do they really prefer? We have the illegal information and all the illegal shops and underground. The data relies with the underground.
Yeah.
So we're going to be pulling this data up without exposing any of those that have to live, work, and play
yes.
in the secret society. But we will have a way now to easily prepare very digestible maps and tables and graphs for consumer patterns. So we understand we will be providing you as the owner with that information about what are the patterns of adult and medical consumer use, why people choose what they choose, and then you can create your business and tailor it to that particular customer base and market, and you'll know how many people are in that customer base and how do you get to as many of them to spend money to come and hang out with you, because that's what we're after. We want people to come spend money with us.
Of course, because when it comes to the point of marketing everybody, I'm going to make sure that they know they got some OG, and they got some fire, They got some Dream. They got some Kush. They got some Old Daddy Purple. They got some Sativa.
Are these legal brands?
All those legal brands.
Okay.
They brands
you guys heard it.
They brands that is made every day in somebody's laboratory. And each day here we are.
That's not a legal laboratory. Why do you?
Yeah, a cultivation house is a laboratory.
A legal cultivation house.
They take plants and merge them together, and they make different plants out of them. So it's a legal laboratory. You can call it something else, but it's a legal laboratory, a cultivation. like Verdict.
You guys heard it.
Go Verdict.
Green Believers is no different than the Democrat Republican Party. We got all kind of terms and phrases. What? You guys heard that? We're gonna edit that part in the podcast.
We're not gonna edit nothing today, baby. This is popping. We up here. We on fire. This right here, what's going on when you talk with the Green Believers. We go everywhere, anywhere, and when you need marketing, you need to call that great company. It's a great company, G-Con. It was made by the Green Believers. Can you believe that? The Green Believers brought a couple dudes together, had a dream, had a thought, and it's manufactured into a company.
Well, it came out of unrest. The black community, I don't know why we get super creative when we get a little irritated, right? Yeah. When we get a little racial agitation, we just start making stuff happen. So that's what happened a few years back. There used to be this gang conference in Los Angeles. It was huge, and it started with the young men and women who came home and decided that, we're going to have this gang conference. And it got compromised, as usual, by the powers that be. And suddenly, those men and women were outside looking in, and the gang conference was huge. So they mentioned it to me. I happened to mature into that role. All right, let's go talk to Lamb. We need to figure this out. And we were talking, and I'm listening to them. I says, well, why don't we just create our own?
Yes.
Why don't we just have our own gangster conference?
Yes.
And so that's how it came about. G-Con was short for Gangster Convention, Gangster Conference. And what I had in mind, I had just attended that year my very first Comic-Con.
Okay.
Oh my God. And it was a treat. My brother was into comic books, so I was there to see all the superheroes, and it was just amazing. And when I saw all that, I was like, all these people are just like-minded people, like all the like-minded OGs that come and go back and forth home. Why couldn't we have such a convening where we all just came together? So I was like, I told them, let's just create G-Con.
Yes.
And all you guys come together, and every year you need to figure it out and pull everybody together, have a little fee. They start paying into that, and year to year the kitty grows, the organization grows. You have speakers, you give them tools. 5 years you'll have your own thing. G-Con will be as big as Comic-Con. You'll be packing out the LA Convention Center. We'll go from the church fellowship hall, which is where we started, in the church fellowship hall, pack out the LA Convention Center. So that's where we're headed, Whitey. Hey, that was the vision.
That's the vision. So
that was it.
It's the vision is not over. It's just got modified in a different way for a brief moment. But the original vision is still in place. And when you look at it, you're like, wait a minute, you guys took G-Con from one step and put it in another place. So yes, we took G-Con and we put it in as a product to produce different elements for the black community to see on TV. They could see themselves and they could see their movements. And the cannabis world is our movement. And if that's our movement, G-Con supposed to be there in that movement. And G-Con is supposed to set everything up and put it in living color, because it's not in the dark anymore. And G-Con is a company that's believed in using their black power and structure it where everybody who was in that first movement will still be in that movement. It's just going to be so great. It's going to be so big. Our first gang conference was supposed to be this year, but we had to scrap it.
Yeah.
But next year, our gang conference will be here, and it will be going live on YouTube, because this is what we're gonna do.
That's going to be so hot. They can see it all over. I think that would be that people will come from all over.
Yes.
To attend the G-Con, because we're going to flip it, and instead of just focusing on all the stories, are going to be rich. So I'm telling you, this component that we have, which is what our podcast is all about, this story banking, is so important that we capture your voices, the ups and downs, the highs and the lows, through this storytelling process, so that our next generation has the benefit to utilize some of your stories, and to help them get to the next level. We're investing in the next generation.
Yes, we are.
That's what we're doing.
But we
this is exciting.
But we also is here to bring these adults up and create something special for them, because they still are in the game. They ain't left yet. And the older people still want to be a part of this movement.
Well, they got to be healthy, and that's our next show.
Oh, that's your next
you gotta be healthy. If you're over 55, you're gonna have to be healthy. And we're also working on health and wealth, right? It's all about health and wealth.
They go together, right?
They go together. So we want to show you how to make some money.
Well, what's the next show called?
The next show is the Kidney Doctor Cool Beans with Dr. Vincent Anthony. You guys got to get connected to Dr. Anthony. He's going to be leading this health revolution with us and bringing along some doctors. And we all know in the cannabis business, you got to have a few good doctors if you're going to do medical cannabis. Yes. So we're going to figure out how to get him interested in that. But we're going to start where he is, Whitey. We're going to start right there.
Hey, listen to this, my people. Don't flip this dial. Don't flip this dial. Stay tuned, because it's next. And you can hear from the doctor himself. This is what we do at the Green Believer. We create something special each and every day, that we sit here and sit in the office and think about something. And this is the day where you're going to have an opportunity to talk with a doctor. If you want to call in, you can call in and have these conversations.
That's right.
This is what we're here for. We're here to make sure that we stay healthy and try. And no, I said that wrong. Excuse me. I apologize. And get rich. Because I don't try to do nothing. It's against the rules to try to do anything in life. You're supposed to get rich.
You're doing it.
And I've been successful all my life. Like I say to everybody, G-Con Production is up and running from a thought. Just because Cheryl told me, Whitey, you think you can do that? I'm looking at her like, think? That's a thought, right? Yeah, it's done.
Done. I love progress.
And she pushed me and then left me alone and then turned around and said, Whitey, where you at on that program? I said, believe it or not, I need another 2 months. She's like, get it done. And today I can report to California and the black community that G-Con Production is up and running.
That's so awesome.
You know, I can say that.
Whoop. I'm so proud of you. So that took him doing the business plan, the customer discovery.
Yes.
Going through a SWOT. Can you guys imagine an triple OG going through a SWOT analysis? And SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Can you believe we got the reentry community to do that, to sit still? I made them go to church and do lunch handouts. They had to mentor the youth. I mean, we went all the way around.
Hey.
But this is how we do it. This is how we create change, right?
Yes.
Right? This is how we do it. Very successful. This is exciting. Thank you, Whitey.
Thank you, Cheryl, for bringing me a part of this.
I appreciate
my eyes
you.
To something brand new. Again, you can go to 510-975-5893. You can get in touch with Whitey from Whitey's Enterprise. We sell CBD oil. And you can buy a T-shirt from us for $25. We're getting ready to get out of here.
Yep.
I'm with Cheryl. I'm with my boss. And I do what I do, and she do what she do. Take us out of here, Cheryl.
Thank you so much. I hope you got something out of today's episode. This is everything you need to know about cannabis. Check us out at thegreenbelievers.com. thegreenbelievers.com. You can find us on Instagram, and we will help you coming back next week to talk about getting ready for this next round of licensing for non-retail cannabis. Thank you so much, and we will talk to you next week.